Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your brain waves, and I can immediately tell you how the people react, or I can feel how the people react to your answers. Can you?
There's definitely a big gap here. Okay, so you're not very much into DeFi. Not really. I mean, DeFi is not decentralized at all. A lot of people tend to buy the narrative and buy the marketing. So DeFi is marketed as decentralized finance, right? That's what DeFi stands for. But you can't just take it as at face value and say it's decentralized when a lot of those DeFi projects are simply running on AWS, or they're using Infura, which runs on AWS. So if you remember a year ago, there was a big Amazon outage and all the exchanges stopped accepting Ethereum and ERC token deposits because they could no longer query Infura. So when your entire system is built on a centralized system, none of it is actually decentralized. There's a massive amount of adoption of the Lightning Network. There's thousands of Bitcoin locked into Lightning channels. Businesses around the world are transacting using Lightning. We have a country like El Salvador that's adopted Bitcoin, and they've rolled out a national wallet that is powered by Bitcoin and Lightning. We have businesses in El Salvador that are taking Lightning. Lightning is banking the unbanked in a way that we never imagined possible. And we have a conference in Miami, or had a conference in Miami with 25,000 people there, where Lightning was a major topic. And you had Michael Saylor on stage saying, if you're not building on Lightning, it's like you're not building on the internet. And recently, Morgan Stanley published an article saying Lightning payments for small things make more sense on Lightning than with a debit card or credit card. So, I mean, all the writing is on the wall. I guess he's incentivized to not pay attention to it because it takes away from the DeFi stuff.
Welcome to the Cryptoteacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have Klaus speaking of chips inside the brain. We know that's the reason why cloud and the metaverse is so important. They want to get you inside the metaverse, download that mind inside the cloud, and they'll be able to control everything that you do. And you guys know I've done plenty of videos on Blockstream and Samson. Of course, Samson has left Blockstream and started the new project Jan 3. And he talks about DeFi. And we know Brian Brooks stated DeFi is a new banking. And one of my mandatory videos is a Federal Reserve 2.0. And I go over consensus, I go over Ethereum, I go over JP Morgan, running it all behind the scene along with Microsoft. Guys, it's the same big banks, big corporations have been funding crypto from the beginning, because the only thing we have to do is go back to the series funding rounds to see this. Even with Bitcoin, all the major projects are centralized. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Remember, crypto means hidden message, hidden meaning. Because these cryptos are for the robots, algorithms, and drones that take over the economy while the sheep go inside the metaverse. That's the reason why it's so important for you to understand this technology. The same reason why it's so important for you to understand the old financial system. Because now we're moving into the new digital economy. And like Jerome Powell stated, a lot of people are going to be left behind. Remember, technology can be used for good or evil. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the new world order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
we're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.